11th grade, he's definitely made his mark on campus. Beyond his academic achievements, Hadi has been involved in prep sports as a member of both the soccer and football teams. Hadi has also been highly active in our clubs here on campus. He is a co-founder of the Muslim Student Association, and he's also the co-founder and president of Investment Club. Outside of school, Hadi has been active in the Islamic Society of Augusta, and impressively enough, he even founded a nonprofit organization called Emerging Economist. You might see Hadi walking down the hallways of the upper school wearing a big smile, as well as some kind of paraphernalia from his absolute all-time favorite university, Arkansas. Or is it Texas? Or Ole Miss? Or Alabama? Or Ohio State? Or High Point? Or Drexel? Or even Georgia? He seems to love them all as much as he loves trolling us. Because yes, when I think of Hadi, I think of a good-natured joker who has the smarts and ambition to match his jest. For his speech today, Hadi is joined by several family members. Attending virtually is his father, Amir, and with us in person today are his grandma, his mother, Nosheen, and his sister and fellow prep student, Eamon. Please welcome Hadi to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan, for that wonderful introduction. I would like to thank my family first for giving me the privilege to attend Augusta Prep. I would also want to thank my teachers and my friends for making this day very enjoyable for me. And I would lastly want to thank my little sister, Eamon, for always being there for me. Let's get started. So, before I start my presentation, quick question for everyone in the audience, but clap 2 times if you want to be a millionaire. Well, that's good. This presentation can teach you the simplest way to become a millionaire, but I bet you all it's not the way that you expected. Now, let's ask another question. What careers come to mind whenever the term millionaire comes up? I bet some of y'all thought doctors or lawyers. Well, according to a Ramsey solution of over 10,000 millionaires, they developed the millionaire statistic. Basically, this statistic revealed that the top 5 careers for millionaires are engineers, accountants, teachers, attorneys, and management. Now, I know the teacher one is surprising, but after reading this statistic, it does really make sense. All of these professions know how to follow a plan. None of them are trying to get rich quick. These professional jobs also have really good 401k retirement benefits included with their job. Now, this millionaire statistic that I just mentioned last slide, let's talk about it. Now, from that statistic, the top 5 careers are the 5 that I just said. Over 80% of millionaires surveyed said that they invested in their company or workplace's 401k or a company-sponsored retirement plan. 79% did not receive inheritance, and 75% stated that consistent investing over a long period of time leads to success. Now, this statistic really opened my eyes on what Americans think about investing in general. Well, from a survey of over 1,000 participants in a Magnify Money study, a whopping 55% of Americans think that investing is just as risky as gambling. But also, 42% of Americans don't own a single share of stock. How can one strive to be a millionaire if they don't think about passive income? Well, after looking at these statistics, I thought about what my senior peers at Augusta Prep thought about investing in general. Let's start with Sam. I asked senior and tall leprechaun Sam Cannell what he thought about investing. He then responded, "No, I don't trust it at all." I then asked him what he would do if he was in a situation where he lost everything, and I mean everything, he owned because of bad investing. He then responded, "I would be very angry." I mean, who wouldn't be angry if you lost everything to that? I asked the same set of questions to JT Day or Certified Redneck. When asked if he invests, he responded that he only farms in his free time. I did not need to know that, but okay. If he lost everything to stocks, he said that he would start all over and try to make it back again. Talk about determination. Then, I asked senior Evan Friedman, or the guy who knows more about computers than himself, his thoughts on investing. He said that he did a little bit of cryptocurrency in the past, but not a lot. What a nerd. If Evan lost everything to stocks, he would just be sad and try to find a way to earn everything back. Just like JT, Evan has determination to make everything back, and I respect it. Finally, I asked senior and very silent Nathan Smith about investing. He just simply said no when I asked him if he invested. I mean, I wasn't really expecting much more, but okay. If he lost everything to investing, he would just be sad and never pick up investing and try a new job. That makes sense. Well, enough of all the jokes, but how does, to be a millionaire from 401k investing, the way that I mentioned before, you need to know how it generally works. Well, to really sum it up, it's really just a retirement savings plan offered by many American employers that have tax advantages for the saver. So there are two different types of 401ks, including a traditional plan and a Roth IRA. A traditional plan consists of employee contributions that are deducted from gross income. However, a Roth IRA is a special individual retirement account where you pay taxes on the money going inside of your account, but then all future withdrawals, such as when you retire, will be tax-free. Now, if one wants to be a millionaire, there are chances that they might stumble upon a very sketchy business opportunity. A big misconception about the world of investing is that every opportunity is real and legit. It's not. I want to talk to you all about Bernie Madoff, who conned investors of tens of billions of dollars. He told investors he had a quote-unquote legitimate strategy for putting money into different types of investments, when he did not. He admitted to his two sons one day that his business was all a Ponzi scheme, where then his sons reported him and he got arrested the next day. As a result of Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, investors lost billions of dollars and he was forced to pay $170 billion as restitution. But being conned by Ponzi schemes has also affected my family too. I asked my cousin and routine investor about a product he invested in a couple years ago. It was Dropple, a company that used a bot nicknamed Dex to invest money gathered by investors, as well as starting their own cryptocurrency. Dropple was hit with a number of lawsuits when it was figured out that they were lying to investors about the total profits that their bot was bringing in, including my cousin. I then asked my cousin about the details of experiences for Dropple. Well, to really sum it up, what he said was that he was searching for a passive income stream that generated good results, and that's where he stumbled upon Dropple. This company seemed interesting because they were using artificial intelligence to make trades and reported about maybe 5 to 10% gains per month. Well, Dropple lied to my cousin and countless investors about the total returns that the bot was getting as they were starting to lose investors' money after the first year of starting up. When the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, otherwise known as the SEC, sued Dropple, investors could not pull out their money, and Dropple had to pay millions of dollars in fines. Now, pyramid schemes are really prevalent in the world of investing. According to the New York State Attorney General, here are some tips to stay away from them. Number 1, always collect information about a company you want to invest in. Number 2, look at the demand for the company's product or service. See if it has a customer base, really. And lastly, and not least, never trust false promises that seem too good to be true. Now, there's a whole different side to the world of investing as well. Many people might think that the majority of people who invest in the stock market are grown adults on Wall Street. However, there is a big, and I mean big side that not a lot of people know about. On January 22nd, 2022, popular subreddit r/Wall Street Bets was the main headline of the news that day. The group of over 2.2 million users united and bought shares of GameStop at the same time, which caused the price to rise from over $20 a share to $483 a share that same month. But this sketchy get-rich-quick scheme would affect many Wall Street Bets users. Even though this craze racked up GameStop's price, many people lost money because they were simply too late. From a Reddit post by Admirable Surround 11, the user sent a screenshot of over $55,000 lost in a single day from bad GameStop trades. A constant reminder that one's motive in investment is important. Getting rich quick will rarely work because it's essentially gambling, but what's not gambling is investing long term in a 401k, and it's a better and safer alternative. So, before ending my presentation, I asked Mr. Lutz, or off-brand Superman, about his retirement savings plan. He has been consistently investing in a sponsored 401k with Augusta Prep for 8 years. Good job, Mr. Lutz. He said that if he lost everything to bad investments, he would, after stuttering for a bit, he would be upset and he would start investing again and would try to earn everything back or try to win the lottery. I guess that would be the same for me too. I hope from this presentation you learned that being a millionaire isn't hard at all. It's a simple plan to consistently invest your money in a safe 401k, aka a company-sponsored retirement account. There will always be barriers in the way that could harm your financial future, so it's smart to stay away from that. And to my senior class and fellow classmates, my message to you is to always think ahead. Together, we can achieve greatness in our chosen paths, whether they lead to financial prosperity or other forms of success. Thank you.